After seeing Arsenal come through a very tough period recently, being that we played Tottenham away, Atalanta away, Manchester City away, if you thought the schedule would lighten up a whole load, well then you'd be wrong. Yes, we played Bolton, a League One side, we just came off of a 4-2 win against Leicester City, but now we'll be going at home to be playing PSG, an Mbappe-less PSG, sure, but PSG are still looking very good in League 1. Bradley Barcola is looking elite for PSG. It is undoubtedly going to be a very tough game, especially when you consider that we need to win this game because we are coming off of a 0-0 draw with Atalanta, and in this league format you need to get every win you can get. So this game against PSG at home is very important that we go out and get 3 points and put in a much better performance than the one we saw against Leicester City. And coming into this game, we haven't lost in 10 games, we are unbeaten in 6 home games, but PSG themselves haven't lost in 12 games and they are unbeaten in 8 away games. So this is undoubtedly going to be a huge test for Arteta and Arsenal. So in today's video, we'll be previewing the game, talking about the potential starting 11 and how I think the game will go. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and let's get into it. So first things first, we are coming off, like I said, quite a tough run. We had to play Spurs away where we got a 1-0 win. We played Atalanta away, we got a 0-0 draw. We played Manchester City away, arguably the biggest game of our season, and we could have won 2-1, but we slipped up towards the end and we got a 2-2 draw. But since then, we had a very comfortable 5-1 win against Bolton, and we had most recently a 4-2 win against Leicester City, where even though we got all 3 points, if you watch my post-match reaction, you guys will know I was absolutely livid. It was a disgraceful performance overall, and those last 2 goals from Trossard, I mean, it was an own goal, but the Trossard goal and the Havertz goal is the only reason that some of us are still happy with that game, because that was a disgraceful performance. You have to be ruthless at home. We were 2-0 up and we slipped up and we conceded 2 goals, making it 2-2, and then we had to go out and find ourselves some goals. And I said in the post-match reaction, if we play like that against this PSG side, we are going to get smoked. PSG, yes, they play in League 1, but they have looked really good this season, having won 5 games and drawn just 1 in League 1. In their last 5 games, they've looked very good with a 3-1 win over Lille, a 3-1 win over Brest, a 1-0 win over Girona, a 1-1 draw with Rennes, and a 3-1 win over Stade Rennais. So this PSG side, in my eyes, is very on form. I've only watched a couple of their games firsthand, but I can tell you that they have some really high-level players, and they are playing really well under Luis Enrique, a very experienced manager, and a manager that has won the Champions League before. Now, PSG still do have some finishing problems, missing a lot of big chances, but we should not afford them chances regardless. So we can't afford to slip up, we can't afford to take our foot off the gas like we did against Leicester City. Against PSG, that will be unacceptable, and quite frankly, I'm not expecting us to have the same performance we did against Leicester. I'm expecting us to bounce back with a really good performance. It's going to be tough, but I expect Arsenal to get all 3 points. If we want to compete in the Champions League, these are games you have to win. You're at home against, yes, a good team, but they are injury struck, and you're at home. There are no excuses. Now, on to injuries and suspensions. We'll start off with Arsenal. Obviously, Zinchenko is still out. Ben White is doubtful. Tierney is still out. Odegaard is still out. Marino is doubtful still, and so is Tomiyasu doubtful. So yes, we have our fair chunk of injuries. I believe our squad is still deep enough, especially with the academy players coming through looking so good. I believe our squad is still deep enough to be able to put in a high level performance against PSG, especially now when you look at PSG and their injuries and suspensions. They have Desiree Doué out for a few weeks. Gonçalo Ramos will be out until November. Hernandez is out until January. Asensio is doubtful. Nuno Mendes is doubtful. Kimpembe is out. Vitinha is doubtful. Those are some crucial players for PSG. Vitinha is such a good little midfielder for PSG. Nuno Mendes is vital for them as a left fullback. So they are without some key players. Yes, we haven't got Odegaard, we haven't got Ben White, but they are as well having to deal with a lot of different injuries. Now on to the starting 11 that I would play against PSG. Goalkeeper, David Raya. He looked okay against Leicester. You could see he was still kind of nursing an injury, but David Raya starts in goal for me. Left back, I'm going to go with Calafiori. Right back, Yuri Timber. The 2 centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba. The same back 5 that we had against Leicester, except this time you got to hope that we don't concede 2 goals despite having the same back 5. Into midfield now, I think it's going to be quite a standard midfield. Unfortunately, I don't see Ethan Nwaneri starting. I don't think he should start. Against Southampton, sure, we can start Ethan Nwaneri, but against PSG, I just don't think he's ready for it just yet. He's still very young. There's no need to rush him. So in midfield, I would go Jorginho, Declan Rice, and Leandro Trossard. Trossard was really good against Leicester City. I love when him and Havertz interchange and Havertz drops and Trossard pushes up and vice versa. So for me, that would be my midfield. My left wing, I would go Gabriel Martinelli. A really good bounce back game against Leicester City, getting a goal and an assist. So for me, left wing Gabriel Martinelli, right wing Bukayo Saka, someone who's assisted in Arsenal's first 6 games in the Premier League. And up top, I think it's quite clear you have to go Kai Havertz. Gabby Jesus just isn't quite good enough, and I still really rate Kai Havertz highly. So yeah guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments below, what starting 11 would you play for the game? What are your predictions for the game, and how do you guys see the game going? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.